Things are heating up on the road to WrestleMania as we are only 2 weeks away before the greatest thrill ride. Is it the greatest thrill ride or is it the greatest sports entertainment attraction of all? I guess it's both anyway. We see Randy Orton take on Baron Corbin, an epic confrontation between AJ Styles and Shane McMahon, and a whole lot of other interesting stuff going on with The Miz as John Cena. It's crazy, but trust me, you're going to want to hear this and more on this week's edition of the SmackDown Rebound. Hello everybody, my name is Conor, aka OKayFabe, your official SmackDown video correspondent for One Wrestling and One Wrestling Video's YouTube channel, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another fantastic edition of the SmackDown Rebound. We're going to cover everything and anything pertaining to this week's edition of SmackDown Live, of course, from March 21st, 2017. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I love seeing you guys and love hearing from you all in the comment section and on the social media. You guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the program. We're going to again cover everything from SmackDown this week. A lot of craziness as we are only again 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, the ultimate thrill ride. I knew I was going to say it right. The ultimate thrill ride. It was Gray's thrill ride. It's one of the two. I mean, seriously, it's going to be a thrill ride no matter what way you slice it. But of course, guys, before I get to this week's SmackDown review, don't forget we always like to hear what do you guys have to say. So make sure you leave your thoughts down in the comment section here on this video. Of course, hit us up on the various social media. You can follow me on Twitter at OKayFabe and check out my YouTube channel where I do all also other wrestling videos and topics and discussions. YouTube.com/OKayFaber. And of course, you guys can give the love to the entire OneWrestling.com family, including myself, Big Ray, Billy Ray Valentine, everyone over at the Big Slam Nation, of course, Sunday Segue, Lisa the Poet, and of course, the legendary, the iconic one, Mr. Bill After. Make sure you follow all their links for their various social media down in that description. Again, hit the thumbs up if you guys like these videos, and of course, subscribe for more awesome content from all of us here at One Wrestling Video and OneWrestling.com. Alright, this week's SmackDown kicked off with AJ Styles approaching Daniel Bryan almost in an excited way because he didn't just smash his boss's head through a car windshield last week. Because that didn't happen. Right. Anyway, Bryan said he was still upset, and if it was up to him, he would still be fired. He says, Shane McMahon's a different cat. He's not like the other McMahons, but that AJ has this weird sense of deja vu and says maybe he might just beat up Shane McMahon again tonight, and even decides to go and wait outside for him in the parking lot area once again. I think AJ's in for a rude awakening. And no, I'm not talking about Rick Rude. Unfortunately, we are missing Mauro Ranallo again tonight. He is out sick, which stinks because I do miss hearing the epic voice of Mauro Ranallo every Tuesday night on SmackDown Live. I know, it's not the greatest, but we do miss you, Mauro. Anyway, AJ heads to the ring saying how happy he is for what he did last week. He's not even sorry for what he did. He mentions how he knows that he has a match against Shane at WrestleMania, and despite how he thinks Shane's crazy for doing this, he says that without AJ Styles, SmackDown, everything would plummet. The ratings, the social media, everything. But he's not apologetic or not sorry for what he did, and he actually warns that things for Shane are just going to get phenomenally worse. Ooh, that had a cold ring to it, that's for sure. Anyway, before we hit the commercial break, Baron Corbin goes to Daniel Bryan asking for the night off, but instead, Daniel Bryan's a little more upset and says, you know what, you actually gambled just poorly like you did here at the Mohegan Sun Arena, and instead, you're actually going to go one-on-one with someone you've never faced before, which is the Viper, Randy Orton. But the actual in-ring action kicked off with the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line as the Usos took on American Alpha. Holy crap, this matchup was amazing. I mean, just wow. Kind of bittersweet in my opinion because this is the kind of match I was hoping we were going to see at WrestleMania, but instead we had a great, phenomenal tag team matchup to kick things off here. Just great in-ring action. I mean, you had like hot tags, near tags, great psychology, just amazing in-ring action between these four men. Just, I mean, probably some of the best tag team wrestling between the two teams I've seen since SmackDown Live came about in July. It was really good stuff. Again, there was like just great psychology where they were isolating Chad Gable for a while. He tries to go for that hot tag to Jason Jordan. They pull him off the apron. They double team with a double bulldog. Still get only a 2 count. Just crazy outside action. But of course, the finish came as Jason Jordan's climbing back into the ring. One of the other Usos grabs him by the knee, allowing him to get distracted as he gets back in the ring to allow the second Uso to hit that super kick, that sweet, sweet super kick to pick up the victory. And yes, the Usos are now your new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. 3-time Tag Team Champions now. Just, wow. I mean, holy hell, what a great match that was. I just pray and hope that we get a rematch at WrestleMania, the showcase of the Immortals. Again, just wow, what a match. Back from the break, Luke Harper makes a challenge to Bray Wyatt next week, which has been confirmed. So next, right, we'll see the Eater of Worlds against Luke Harper, his former protege, one-on-one. Now, up next was probably one of the funniest things I've seen since Southpaw Regional Wrestling. Miz and Maurice reveal unseen footage from Total Bella's, or as they called it, Total Bella Bullsh. And it's Miz dressed up as John Cena and Maurice dressed up as both Brie and Nikki Bella, and just, it was hilarious. It was Miz saying like John Cena house rule, all these things, and acting very stoic and just laughing creepily, and just, it was really funny stuff. And of course, Maurice acting as Nikki. And the best thing of the whole thing was they were making fun of the fact that John Cena had all his house rules and treating Nikki like a pet in some regards. But even better was the fact that they ever tried to like get around the fact that John Cena was maybe making some sort of gesture or innuendo that he was going to propose to Nikki, but ended up pulling out the rug from underneath. Like, people don't say I'll get you a ring. Well, I got you a ring. And he pulls out like a toy wrestling ring. He goes, I'm going to pop the question. And he pulls up a balloon that has a question mark on it and just pops it. Just really tacky, cheesy stuff. But some of the greatest stuff I've seen Miz do. And it was just, I loved everything about it. Anyway, just really funny stuff. Baron Corbin against Randy Orton, a very solid matchup at the top of the hour with Orton almost landing a quick RKO, but Corbin comes back pretty quickly after ducking out of the ring. Nice action back and forth between two of them. Corbin hitting the deep six, but both men stayed down. Just as it seems as an even keel, Ambrose then shows up on a forklift and distracts him long enough to allow Randy Orton to spin around with RKO and get the pinfall victory. Ambrose comes in and says, you want a match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship? You got it. Picks him up, and the Dirty Deeds ends that segment. So there we go. Another title match added for WrestleMania. I thought we were going to see a stipulation, to be honest with you guys, but apparently that's not the case. Looks like we're going to get a one-on-one singles match. The Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf, against Lunatic Fringe at WrestleMania. Backstage, Orton is being interviewed when all of a sudden the lights go out and we see another creepy segment from the whole Bray Wyatt. It's weird, but I kind of dug it, and it's odd. So as Randy Orton's conducting an interview with Renee Young, the lights go out, lights come back on, sort of, and he is surrounded by 20-plus men in the Bray Wyatt sheep mask, the one that Eric Rowan usually wears. He tries to fend him off, but of course the numbers are way too much. They hold him down as Bray Wyatt comes in with a paddle that has a weird red marking on it. I'm not understanding what that paddle was for. I was getting a little worried that we were going to go over PG, but in any case, Bray Wyatt says he was weak. And Orton exposed his only one weakness, was Sister Abigail. But it's interesting enough that he turned his weakness into his biggest strength, Sister Abigail. And of course, he thanked Randy. And that was pretty much the end of the segment. Weird, but it was... I wish we could see a little bit more physicality. That's the one thing we really haven't seen from this feud yet between Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton, which I'm hoping we will probably see next week when we see Bray Wyatt take on Luke Harper one-on-one. We haven't seen Orton or Wyatt really hit each other. We haven't seen any actual physicality because, remember, Randy Orton turning on Bray was him burning down the house. So we're not seeing any actually fisticuffs being thrown, which... Bray's not a fear of, at least from past memory, we haven't seen Bray having a fear of physicality, but I just want a little bit more fisticuffs, and maybe we'll finally see that next week on SmackDown. Fandango takes on John Cena one-on-one. First off, anyone else thinking this is a little bit of a random match, just out of the blue? I mean, I don't know. But anyway, second, Breezy Bella. Yeah. Fandango comes with Tyler Breeze, who is dressed up as Nikki Bella. At this point, I mean, Maurice is dressing up as Nikki Bella. Breezango's dressing, or excuse me, Tyler Breeze is dressing up as Nikki Bella. Shoot, I might as well dress up as Nikki Bella at this point. Seriously, maybe next week on SmackDown Rebound, I'll dress up as Nikki Bella. You just never know. Okay, it's apparently a fashion fad. Anyway, it was a short and sweet match to the point as, of course, John Cena goes for the attitude adjustment as Nikki Bella storms in the ring and actually spears Breezy Bella. We then get a AA and a rack attack, which means that Nikki Bella deadlifted Tyler Breeze on her shoulders. Props and kudos for her on that one. And, of course, both of them lock in the STF, in stereo, of course, for allow the submission victory. So again, short, sweet, to the point, but still just entertaining to see Tyler Breeze dressed up as Breezy Bella. I'm not going to get that image out of my head anytime soon. Speaking of women, Becky Lynch takes on Carmella one-on-one. Again, another short, sweet, to the point matchup. Natty's on commentary. Becky is in control at first until Ellsworth holds Becky's leg outside the ring to give Carmella advantage, but it lasts literally all of 2 seconds as Natalya, who's on commentary, comes in and just takes absolutely clotheslines poor Carmella. Then Mickie James jumps in. Then Alexa Bliss comes in, and all pandemonium and chaos breaks loose. Funny enough, though, Becky Lynch, I think, drop kicked James Ellsworth. I'm pretty sure it was a drop kick, and JBL absolutely loses it on commentary, saying thank goodness, and it was just absolutely hilarity ensued. Basically, as everything in the smoke finally cleared, Alexa Bliss stood tall, holding the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, of course, these are the 5 women we know so far who will be competing for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania. But maybe that might not be all of them. Maybe there might be some other few surprises, possibly? Stay tuned for that. In any case, we see a continuation of course, the total Bella Bolton with Miz as Cena. And again, it was just absolute hilarity. He's saying, he goes, I think I know what you need, getting down to one knee, and just Marie's constantly gasping every time she thinks Miz, a.k.a. Cena, is going to propose, and just the John Cena house rules. Just really funny stuff. Had me laughing. I was really laughing myself off there. Finally, we had AJ Styles still waiting in the parking lot for Shane McMahon, but lo and behold, Shane pulls a fast one on us. Shane's actually already in the ring waiting for AJ Styles, calls him out. AJ slowly makes his way to the ring, kind of biding his time. He goes, you know what? Hey, why don't we just go ahead and cool down, calm down here, Shane. We don't need to get into any crazy, you're like a mad bull right now, so let's just relax here. He goes, you know what? I'll even go to say I'm sorry. Did I get a little out of hand last week? I sure did, but I don't want to. I'm sorry for what happened, and he starts to apologize. I'm going to take it like a man. I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to come in here, apologize, and shake your hand. Of course, that doesn't last long. As soon as AJ gets in the ring, fisticuffs about as Shane just keeps going to hammering on AJ Styles. As the two men start to brawl outside the area, AJ seems to get a little advantage, but not too long, as Shane comes back and ultimately lays out AJ Styles on the announcer table, that poor announce table, and of course does that famous elbow drop that he does so well. Shane diving from the top rope outside of the ring onto AJ Styles through the announce table to close off SmackDown this week. So it looks like it's official that we're going to see Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania. I'm not sure. I still think there's probably going to be some sort of stipulation involved with this matchup, but as of right now, it's just a singles one-on-one matchup. But of course, we still have 1 week to go left before WrestleMania. This SmackDown did a lot in terms of driving home WrestleMania for me. It did get me a little interested and intrigued as far as what's happening with the blue brand. I thought it was a very good balance of everything. It gave enough time for everything. I thought the Total Bella segments were just absolutely hilarious with Miz and Maurice as Nikki and Cena. Those were funny, just absolutely funny as hell to me. The tag team title match was a just fantastic match. I cannot praise that match enough for you guys. That was a great way to kick off SmackDown, a just great overall match. I just hope we get something like that at WrestleMania. Can we just get a rematch? Just take this, copy, paste, put it right there at the grandest stage of them all. That would be fantastic. Orton was pretty solid, but again, of course, continuing the furthering storyline with Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin. Dean needed to get some sort of leg up over Corbin, which he finally did, of course, ultimately accepting his challenge for his Intercontinental title match. The women's division looked strong. Of course, that crazy, chaotic ending with the 5-way, which just made total sense in the world. Of course, AJ versus Shane, the elbow drop. We needed to see Shane get some sort of leverage over AJ Styles. So everything made sense as we continue only only with only a very short amount of time, less than 2 weeks away before WrestleMania. So I thoroughly enjoyed the SmackDown, as I usually almost do. Time for you guys to chime in. What did you guys think of this week's SmackDown? What was your favorite part, least favorite match, least favorite match? What at WrestleMania are you looking forward to the most? Don't forget, we always like to hear what you guys have to say. So leave your thoughts down in the comment section. Hit me up on that Twitter at OKayFabe, and make sure you give the entire love to the entire OneWrestling.com family, including myself, Big Ray, of course, Billy Ray Valentine, everyone over the Big Slam Nation, everyone including legendary, the iconic Mr. Bill Apter. Make sure you follow all their various social media down in the description box below. Hit the thumbs up button if you guys like these SmackDown Rebound episodes. And of course, make sure you subscribe for more awesome content from all of us right here at OneWrestling.com. Thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate the continued love and support. And to quote the legendary, the iconic Mr. Bill Apter, we will see you at the matches.